Hi Flosstube! Welcome back to the last Flossmas, I think. I don't know if I'm going to do anything between Christmas and New Year, but here we are. I have really enjoyed this so far. I'm looking forward to the last 3 starts. I will say, I've had a weird few days and I feel like I very nearly lost my stitchy bug. I was not feeling great about life yesterday. Alfie, can you move for a minute? Middle. In the middle. Middle. Go on, all the way over. Or get off that. That also works. So this is... Oh my god, you can even see it on the camera. This is Game Nouveau. I think I showed this yesterday at the end of the previous video. I've taken it off the scroll bars. I need to edge it because it's fraying. But I have been working on this background and I have been liking working on the background because it is mindless. I've already stitched the stars, so it's just filling it in. And as you can see, I'm doing that in diagonals. As you can possibly also see, my thread, which should all be the same colour, is not all the same colour. And this is from a single skein. So you can see this sort of diagonal band is like a noticeably different colour in person. And there's also a patch up here, which is not a star, but is a noticeably different colour. Even John was able to spot that. I say even John as if he'd be terrible at it. Sorry, John. But yeah, like, I was worried that I was seeing it. It was because of the bands and slightly different tension that I was seeing the difference. But this is all from the same skein. I've never had a solid DMC skein have that much noticeable difference, but it is literally like some lengths are more of a true grey rather than a slightly bluey grey. Alfie. Oi. And I'm not happy about it. I don't know what to do about it. Advice, please. I did buy, I can't remember how many skeins it was, but I bought all of the floss for this project in one go because it is a solid background and I didn't want to have dye lot issues. Alfie. Yeah, so I thought I did the right thing, but like before I've even got partway through the first skein, I'm having issues. I don't know what to do about it. I'm not happy leaving it how it is, so what's there is going to have to get unpicked. But I don't know what to do to make sure it doesn't happen again. The only thing I can think is that the ones I bought are somehow like sun bleached, but if that had happened whilst it was on the skein, it would be like a patch of dark, a patch of light, patch, like it would be patchy, whereas this is like, I mean, if it was patchy it would sort of almost blend in better, but you can see it's literally like this whole section, which means the whole length of the threads that I've used on that section are the wrong colour. I don't really understand how that's happened. But yeah, I decided consciously that when I'm at home and I have the capacity for it, I want to focus on working on bigger projects, because if I just focus on the small ones, I'm going to cycle through small ones, I'm never going to get any progress. So that was my like focus, effectively filling in a bunch of that background. So I sat here last night and was just like, I just don't want to stitch on anything now. But today is a new start, so we'll see how that goes, and I will just get out an existing whip from pre-December if I hit that point again, because I don't want to, yeah. Anyway, that's 4 minutes of waffling about why I'm grumpy in my project. We've got an exchange gift to open, we've got a bothy kit, and we have start number 10. I was going to say my penultimate, but it's not, that's the next one. So let's go. Okay, so that was a lot all at once. So my exchange partner, these are gorgeous. I love that they come in a little tin that I'm struggling to open. So my exchange partner has sent me these super cute teeny tiny snippers. So they've got this tiny little heart case and a little dangly thing. It's just teeny tiny snips. I love those. I love that they've got a little case as well, because that means like I'd be much happier putting them inside a project bag or something. They might actually go in my new bothy tin, so that I've got 2 little sets where I can have some scissors, a needle minder with some 1 or 2 needles. Or I mean, I could take the padding out of this one and use that as an extra tin as well. I love those. Thank you, Hannah. They're really cute. And of course the ever-present Kit Kat chocolate. The bothy one is, I'm guessing this is one of the biggest kits. I've lost track of how many we've had now. I'm trying to wind this very carefully. Yep, no, made a complete mess of that instantly. So thread pack for this one is for a pattern called Mushroom at the Inn. And we'll wind that back around carefully. Go. And this one, for the first time, comes with this gorgeous printed fabric. This is very similar to the one that I had for failing at words here, Highland Christmas, Highland Cows that I finished last month, but without the trees. So it's very subtle. It's just the grey background with some snowflakes and then sort of white speckled pattern at the bottom. I'm gonna guess that this is a rendo. I think that's kind of their signature, their sort of speckly background. And I'm gonna guess it's some kind of animal hiding. Is it gonna be the failing at words here, the needle minder that was earlier in the bothy calendar, which I don't have to hand, it's over with the other bits and bobs, so they're all together. The one that I thought was a weird freaky upside down Santa, where it had like a mushroom with 2 hamsters, I think they were, hiding underneath. Yeah, looking forward to that one. Pop that safely for now. And then today's new start, which might actually end up not being today for a new start, might be a tomorrow one, is Candy Canes, which is my Spellbound Bead kit. I almost as soon as I'm done with this, getting in the car and heading out. This is not travel friendly, but when I was planning out or asking John to plan out what was going where, did not know that today would be a travelling day. So I will be picking one of my previous starts to take with me today, and I will come back to that one tomorrow. I don't know which one I'll take with me. I think it might be this one actually. Nope, that's Beaded. Oh god, too many things and too many bags now. I think it will probably be the scissors. This one. Getting there. Starting to learn what's in what bag. This one is probably what I will take with me because it's nice and easy. And it's already got the threads in the bag with it, so I just need to grab scissors and a needle. Yeah, today I think it's going to be quite a long day, so I will be back tomorrow with, yeah, some more advent and actually starting on those beaded candy canes. So see you in a mo. Okay, so I say that, where have they just gone? My new start, which I put the stocking away so I don't have that handy, but the new start is the candy canes. So let's use the plastic crinkling. So this is a Spellbound Beads kit that I bought at the Creative Craft Show for making 3 beaded candy canes. I wasn't sure I was going to have time to start this yesterday because it was another go to Bristol for the day, but I got home and I wanted to work on something and I was still feeling really upset about the gamer, so I did make a start on this. Oh, make sure I'm not losing my beading needle. So you can see it's a spiral. It's a little bit wonky at the moment, but when I'm done, the pattern basically says keep going with this until it's, I think, 10.5 centimeters long, which it is definitely not yet. But yeah, you then put there's this sort of shapeable metal core, which I think will help flesh it out, because at the moment it's hollow in the middle and it kind of means it squishes a bit weirdly and looks a bit wonky and flat. So yeah, I'm really enjoying that so far. It is slow going, but it's enjoyable. So yeah, I'm just, because it's, you have to have 2 types of beads out at once. All I've done, you've probably seen the bottom, I've stuck one of these sticky mats into the bottom of a Tupperware, and I've got, you can see some red beads and some white beads here which are loose on that sticky mat. So I can just, it's easy to move. Like normally I would have that sticky mat like stuck to my scroll frame, like on the front of my fabric. So yeah, this doesn't really have fabric, so I thought keeping it in a container like that would make it nice and easy to move. So today we have exchange gift, we have bothy gift, which is quite weighty. I'm curious what that's going to be. So yeah, let's go. Okay, so from my exchange partner, a yummy Kit Kat and some 921 TMC. Getting quite a nice little collection of gorgeous, like vibrant colours for that pattern, which I'm very much looking forward to starting. And then from Bothy, we've got this Rendale Robin keyring. The card says, gorgeous gift today from Rendale Designs with this cute robin keyring. You could either pop it on your keys or it would make a great fob for your favourite scissors. For me personally, I do have, there is a swear word on this, so apologies if that's not your thing. I do have a fob from the Sweary Stitches Arse Retreat this summer. One of the other attendees very kindly had made a whole box of these for the attendees to choose from, as a sort of table gift, but for the whole room. So really love that on this one. But I am not really a huge scissor fob person. It's taken me some practice to not get this in the middle. Like if the metal bit is in between the 2 handles, then you can't close the scissors, and yeah, I've found it a little bit challenging to get used to that. I think this particular keyring has quite a lot of heft to it. It's like the back is all like solid metal, so I'm not sure I would use that as a scissor fob because it would just feel in the way, but it is super cute nonetheless. So that is today's advent. What am I going to stitch on? I genuinely don't know. I don't know. I want to get Gamer put away and I want to get Beyond the Horizon out, because I think if it's out I will be more inclined to just pick it up and be like, oh, I'll just do one length, see how it goes. I'm also on a bit of a fully finishing spree. I have a gigantic pack of pins here, which I opened on my lap earlier and they exploded everywhere, and that was a very tense moment trying to find all the pins that had fallen all over me, make sure that none of them got anywhere near Alfie. But yeah, I feel like I say this every time, I'm gonna tidy up my little stitching corner here because stuff is accumulating. I'm gonna get Beyond the Horizon out so that it is in my line of sight every time I sit down to stitch, and it will therefore be my first pick of, I'll put a bit of time on that. And yeah, I'm gonna drink a lot of honey and lemon and see how I go, and hopefully I'll be back tomorrow and be slightly less sniffly. I've only got 2 more starts, so obviously whatever I get tomorrow I will then know what's coming on the last day. But yeah, I'm also in the background starting to prep for 12 by 12. I got out the Mill Hill yesterday when I wasn't feeling stitching on anything, and found the middle, counted out because it's a square, so I've drawn on the back the square that I'm going to stitch it in, marked the top and marked where my first X is going to go, because I think for the 12 by 12 having everything as ready as possible, and like I'd already sorted the threads for that one. I used the little bothy organizer that I got in the day one of that advent calendar, so yeah, that's as ready as can be to get going. I think like maybe between now and the 31st I might just do like one a day, get one of those projects out. They're already kitted, but just mark where my first stitch is going to go, like maybe just do a basting stitch around the top left corner if that's where I'm starting, or like around the middle stitch if that's where I'm starting, so that when I get it out I'm not faffing with like remeasuring the fabric, checking how much border I left myself, figuring out what colour I want to start with, where, and all that kind of thing. I can just pick it up, thread a needle, and go. Yeah, thank you for sticking with me. And I'll see you tomorrow. Morning Flosstube, it's Saturday the 21st. One of these days I will just know that today's not that day. I, as you might be able to tell, still feeling a bit groggy, but I'm not feeling worse, so that I'm taking that as a win. We have today my exchange gift number 21, we have bothy gift number 21, and then for the eagle-eyed amongst you, you might be expecting to see number 11 today. There's a story, I'll tell the story once I've opened these. So let's go. Okay, so that was a bit unexpected. So from my exchange partner we have the obligatory Kit Kat chocolate, which I will very much enjoy. From Bothy, says I could tell that this was a wedge of paper, and this was not the paper I was expecting. So this is a pattern called Christmas Trimmings. So it's like a cupcake Christmas pudding thing, with a sparkler and a gingerbread man, a star and a Christmas tree, which I think are meant to look like biscuits, buttons. I think they're meant to look like buttons that are sewn on with that circle of thread. I was assuming that this was going to be the pattern for the threads that we opened a couple of days ago, which was, my guess is to match the needle minder from earlier in the box. The little card says, we all know calories don't count at Christmas, but they definitely won't with this Christmas trimmings chart from Sally King, the perfect guilt-free Christmas treat. The other cool thing about this, which we've not had before, is some beads. It doesn't feel like there's many in there. I'm just trying to work out where the beads go. Oh, they're the pinheads. Each of these needle things, not needles, pins, it has a little pinhead on. That's cute. I like that. Okay, so my new start. There's a story behind this. I may have screwed up a little bit. So I had a stitchy Zoom catch up with a couple of friends yesterday, and one of them was having a new start, and I've been feeling very unmotivated because of the Game Nouveau colour situation. And really that's what I want to be stitching on, like some nice blocky colour but that feels like I'm making progress on a big project. So I'd gotten out Beyond the Horizon and I did like 50 stitches on it, and I wasn't feeling that because I don't really have the headspace for confetti and counting, and I kept finding, not that I really care, but I kept finding small mistakes that I'd made in the past that threw off what I was stitching now, and I just was not loving it. So I was like, stuff it. I'm due to have a new start tomorrow, aka today. So I guessed there's only 2 left. There's Autistic AF, which is going on this piece, and Light Sampler, which is an Owl Forest one, going on this one. And I guessed that because today was going to be a weekend day, that John would have put the big one on the weekend day and the small one on Monday, because I am technically, well, I'm still working. I don't know how much I'm going to have to do, but it'll be a quiet day. So I started on this without having actually looked, and then looked and realised my mistake. But it's fine. So I have already, going croaky, decided to roll with it. So I've already made a little start in the middle here. The darker brown doesn't show up brilliantly on this fabric. Well, in this lighting, it does show up in person. So that is the start of a swirly lamp stand in the middle. I'm just on one side so far, and I'm going to carry on today and do the other side and try and get that recognisable feature done, which I think will be alright. The threads, I've only used 2 so far, but they are really nice. So I've cut them into quite short lengths because I'm stitching this one 1/1, and I find that frays the thread quite quickly. So those are the 2 colours so far, which I've really enjoyed. Yeah, that's where I'm at. We have a Christmas meal with my dad and my brother tomorrow, so that's going to take like a decent chunk out of the middle of the day, but I will probably work on this today and a little bit tomorrow evening, and then have my last mystery start, I wonder what it could be, on Monday, which will be nice actually to have that on Monday, because I won't have as much stitching time, but I can get like a full letter in, I reckon, in that one evening, and then I can show you that on Christmas Eve morning. You didn't need to know all that because you're about to see it. Yeah, we're almost there. I'm really excited for these last 2, so see you tomorrow. Morning, Flosstube. I feel like death. It's Sunday the 22nd. It's a gorgeous looking day outside, and I feel like death. This might not make it to the final edit, and if it does, it might be voice-overed when I'm feeling less like death. But I have gotten a bunch of stitching done, so these are the gorgeous even cottage garden threads. I've got them on this gorgeous, a terrible job of holding that up, dark blue fabric, which is Mystic from Picture This Plus, and this is how far I got. Oh, that definitely needs something behind it. What do I have? A tablet, that would do. This is how far I've got. So you've got basically a lamp stand, some moths starting to form on either side, and then the pull cord to turn it on and off. I really love this sort of lace doily effect. It kind of gives a 3D vibe, like it's stood on the lace doily. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this so far. The threads are really nice to work with. So I'll carry on working on that this evening. We're meant to be going for Christmas lunch with my dad and my little brother, and I am really torn on whether to go on. But it's fine. You'll find out tomorrow, I guess. Exchange gift and bothy gift. So let's go. Okay, so from my exchange partner, I've got some 3609 and a little Chucky. And from Bothy, we've got some cute heart-handled embroidery scissors. And the card says, how many times have you said, no, not those scissors, they're my good ones? Yes, many. Although John knows, to be fair. Well, here's a brand new pair for you. No more blunt scissors for now, at least. Cool. I am going to keep it short and sweet and leave it there. And probably be more talkative tomorrow. But yeah, bye everyone. Hi Flosstube. It's the 23rd. It's Monday. Oh my god, I'm a nightmare. I'm still feeling not great, but in most ways I'm feeling better. I feel like it's going to linger though, but anyway. I had a bit of a light bulb moment yesterday that this project has chunks, like blocks of colour that aren't just the background. I think I got it into my head that it was either background or really heavy confetti. So I got this back out, and as you can see, excuse the carried threads on the back, they'll obviously not show any more when it's done, but I've done all of this area and come in and filled in some of this. I'm really glad, because really that's what I've been wanting to work on. So it's nice to be back to that. I'm going to let the dog out, be right back. So as always, today we have my exchange gift. It's quite a big one, I'm excited to see what that one is. We have what feels like a paper pattern in the Bothy one. It's quite like springy, chunky but springy. And then I wonder what the mystery last project will be. So let's go. Okay, so dog's still keeping himself occupied in the garden. From my exchange partner, we have some 16 count TMC Aida, which is lovely. 14 by 18 inches, so that'll be more than big enough for the project that she's gifted me. And Kit Kat. From Bothy, I was right, we have this one. So this was the same artwork that was on a needle minder earlier on in the month. Now we've got it as a kit, and it says Christmas wishes at the top. Although to be fair, I think you could leave that off and it would just be a nice, I think it might actually fit in a nice hoop without that text. I don't know, we'll see. And then obviously we've got the thick wedge of pattern to go with it. Day 23, did you guess correct? The beautiful threads and Aida from day 19 was indeed for this gorgeous mushroom at the end kit from Rendell Designs. Perfect match to your needle minder too. Cool. Pop those aside. Hopefully not falling anywhere. And then my last start in number 11, because I got the last two the wrong way around when I guessed, is Autistic AF. I don't have a handy mock-up of this one because the Pattern Keeper mock-up looks bad because it's so small, but it's going on this gorgeous piece of fabric, and I think that's going to be a quick stitch, so we'll see how far we get. I am working today, but I'm expecting it to be quite quiet. Do a last bit of Christmas wrapping and things this evening, and then off to the in-laws tomorrow. My plan is to film a little clip. I'll probably edit this evening, film a little clip tomorrow just to add back on and get it uploaded before I go away for Christmas. So I will see you all tomorrow. Yeah, hopefully feeling even more human. Bye. Bye Flosstube. We made it. It's the 24th. I stuck with it for, well, the whole of Advent. Stay with that. Oh my gosh, still not feeling 100%. So, yeah, I really enjoyed this. I'm not gonna like continue doing it for no reason, but I would do this again next year for sure. I've enjoyed the new starts, I've enjoyed the advent calendars, and I've enjoyed, I don't know, like the little filming updates. It's been a nice change, but it is a lot of work in terms of editing and just being organised enough to do it every morning. But yeah, let's crack on. My new start did not get very much work, if I'm being honest. You can probably see why. So the darker colour there, you can see this, there's like 4 stitches that you can probably only see because of shadows. It's really, really similar. Oh no, spin back. I lined it up and then stupidly twisted my phone. So this is what the pattern should look like. And obviously I've picked quite a funky fabric. I think I might just need to change the colours. I don't know what to, but I don't want the whole thing to just disappear into the background. And that yellow that's vanishing is the majority of the stitching. So other than the dark, like it's basically the mid colour, not the highlights or the lowlights. So yeah, I did 10-15 stitches and then was like, no, not feeling this, and I don't feel in the right mood to be picking new colours. So I went back to Gamer. I'm so glad that I've gotten over my hump with this, as it were. As you can see, one of the colours I did was black. It's not a solid outline, but it does definitely give it a bit of a shape. And I've decided, so this dark edge here is the start of a plant, like a Mario, I don't know what they are, Venus flytrap-y thing, but it's the edge of a leaf. And I don't want to start on greens, so I'm coming down, but only for these orange colours to finish off this bit of ribbon, and then sort of working up and round, trying not to have to go onto the fabric. So yeah, picking colours in this area and sort of working them up all the way around. This is the start of the scroll across the top that says Gamer. Yeah, really enjoying this. Really glad I got over my temporary dislike of it. And yeah, gonna crack on with that. Probably between now and New Year's I'll probably get quite a lot, oh god, watery eyes, get quite a lot done on that, I imagine. Which you'll see because I'm gonna do a whip parade in the early new year. Okay, so we have my last exchange gift and my last Bothy gift, and that's it. No more new starts. Let's go. So, from my exchange partner, she sent me this little mini cross stitch kit, which is a tatty teddy, me to you. So it's a little TMC kit with the threads, and I don't think it will show up, but it's on, oh, it shows a little bit. It's the little piece of Aida is a sparkly one. I've never actually used a sparkly Aida before, I don't think. I've used sparkly threads, but not sparkly Aida, so that'll be a fun one to try. And we have the giant, the mother of all Kit Kat chocolates, which is very, very nice. So yeah, I wanted to say, Hannah, thank you so much. I feel like, in comparison, I feel like what I've sent you was a bit rubbish or lackluster. Like, I think I put all the good, like, not the good stuff, but like the big stuff, like the pattern I put in day one. So I think maybe it would have been fun, like similar to how Hannah did for me, to have done the pattern partway through or towards the end and have like a guess what based on the colours kind of thing. But lesson learned. Yeah. Hope she still enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it, Hannah. And then from Bothy, our last gift is this scissor failing at words, pouch is what they've called it. So day 24, the final treat in our 2024 advent calendar is this fabulous scissor pouch. Never catch your fingers again while fishing for your scissors with this PU leather, vegan friendly, protective cover. And then there's our final joke. I will say, so this matches the, I don't think I've got it here, this colour and cover, I think. What does it? I know, I think this matches the cover on the little tape measure, that's the word. But it's quite chunky. And I was going to say the opening at the top is not, this is just my scissors for comparison. It's quite big. I guess it's so that you can get all kinds of different scissors in. But there's a lot of space in there. Although I have just received some bigger scissors, so maybe that works quite well. But yeah, really useful, nice little gift. I think my plan for the new year, Alfie really wants to sniff the fake leather. I will say as well, I'm really glad that these are vegan friendly, because I would have been really grossed out if they were actual leather. They've got like a sort of suede-y, fabric-y feel on the inside. Anyway, yeah, my plan in the new year, I think I really want to focus on my big projects over the next year, and I've decided not to do that in a way that's like, I'm going to do this many stitches per month so that I can finish it by the end of the year, because that feels really arbitrary. I just want to stitch on my big things. I've made myself a spinner to try and help mix up which big things, but I'm not going to do like every week I spin it. It's going to be when I'm feeling a bit indecisive, I'll spin it. And it might be that I spin it and have a gut reaction of nope, not that, to whatever it spins, which will at least help me narrow down what I do want to work on. But for the rest of my projects, for the small ones, my desire is to have several of them that are like grab and go projects. So have some form of little scissors in the bag, have a thread or kit threads or something like that in the bag, so that when I am on the go, I'm not like, because I work from a master set, it is hard to just grab and go, because I have to like pick some threads to put in the project. I don't keep threads with projects all the time. But where I've got things that are little kits, like some of the ones from this, or a Mill Hill, or where they're fancy flosses that I do keep with the project, being able to put a pair of scissors in there as well, probably a needle minder and some needles or that kind of thing, will just mean that I have a stash of ready to go projects. So I've almost got my home big project and my out and about little projects. So yeah, this is perfect. So I have really enjoyed both of the advent calendars. I would 100% do the exchange one again. I think the Bothy one, I might do a different bought one next year if I do one at all, just to try another one out. I think for me personally, I'm quite picky with what patterns I choose to stitch. So I think in retrospect, picking one where they give you a whole bunch of patterns and kits was maybe a mistake. Like I've seen, for example, Stitchy Ferret. I know Emma X Stitching has been opening that one, and it's like a mix of variegated threads and like hand-dyed fabrics. So I think maybe something like that, where you get cross stitch supplies, but not necessarily like here's a pattern and here are the threads to stitch it with, kind of set up, might work a little bit better for me. So if you know of any like that, let me know in the comments so I can keep an eye out for them next year. But yeah, the exchange one I would definitely do. It's a nice one where you get to set the budget between you and your exchange partner, and you get to tell each other what kind of things you like. So like you get something that's tailored to you rather than like random. I just wanted to say again, thank you, Hannah. I've thoroughly enjoyed that. and I do hope you've enjoyed yours as well. Yeah, I think all that leaves to say is Happy Christmas to those celebrating, Happy New Year, and I will be back probably between Christmas and New Year with a finished parade is the plan. I've already filmed most of it, but need to figure out how I want to edit it because some of those things have now been fully finished. And then also with a whip parade at the start of January. So yeah, I will see you then. Happy stitching, happy Christmas. I hope you all have a lovely time. Bye for now.